Why Luka Doncic could take LeBron James's spot. Luka Doncic is already one of the faces of the NBA at such a young age. Since his first year in the league, he has taken the league by storm and is establishing himself as one of the best players in the NBA, only being in his second year. However, it is possible that with LeBron James likely being on his last legs in the NBA and the current face of the NBA moving closer and closer to retirement, that the NBA will have to find a new face of the league that the league can build their brand around and market. There is a good case to be made that Luka could and should be that face of the league once LeBron retires, with him averaging 24.7 points, 8.6 rebounds, and 7.3 assists in his 2 seasons in the NBA. With this insane amount of potential and there being no signs that he has yet reached his peak by the time LeBron retires, it is possible that Luka will be the most talented player in the league, along with being one of the most marketable players as well. Keep watching to find out why Luka Doncic could take LeBron James' spot as the new face of the NBA. They have similar career paths and backstories. The first reason as to why Luka could be the face of the NBA after LeBron retires is the fact that they both have had similar career paths to the NBA. Most players in the league come after playing 1 to 4 seasons in college. However, the past 2 faces of the league, LeBron James and Kobe Bryant, both did not follow this path to the league. Both LeBron and Kobe skipped going to college and went straight to the NBA from high school. Luka forewent his college process as well. However, he did not even go to high school in the United States. Instead of moving to America, he stayed in his home country of Slovenia and started playing professional basketball at the age of 16. He continued playing in the EuroLeague until he was 1 year removed from high school and was allowed to enter his name into the NBA draft. During his time in the EuroLeague, Luka showed flashes of being the player that he has become in the NBA, dominating competition that was old enough to be his father and other men who were in their athletic prime, while he still has to go through the final stages of puberty. This dominance at such a young age is something that he has in common with LeBron, and is a reason as to why he could take LeBron's title as the face of the league once the King retires. Have both taken the league over in early years. The second reason as to why Luka could take over the title as the face of the league after LeBron is that both players took over the league very early in their careers. LeBron, even in high school, was constantly making national headlines with his games being televised on ESPN, and he was the consensus #1 pick in a very loaded draft class. He did not disappoint once in the league either. In just a few years in the league, he took a struggling Cleveland Cavaliers team to play in the NBA Finals, with not much major change being done to the roster. As a result of this, even within a few years of his career, he was an MVP candidate and considered one of the best players in the league. This is a similar, although different story to Luka. Luka has not yet quite seen team success that LeBron did in Cleveland. However, he still has plenty of time to change that. Individually though, Luka has just as much hype. Statistically, in his first 2 seasons, it is possible to make the argument that Luka has done even more than LeBron has in his first 2 seasons. Through their first 2 seasons, Luka has LeBron bested in points per game, assists per game, rebounds per game, and free throw percentage. If Luka can find a way to obtain the team success that LeBron managed during his first stint in Cleveland, it is very possible it would solidify him as the face of the league. Luka made the playoffs before LeBron. Backing off of the previous point, Luka could wind up seeing more team success than LeBron. Going off of LeBron's career, he is already 2 seasons ahead of the pace that King James set up for his successor of the face of the league. LeBron did not make the playoffs until his 3rd season in the league. Although it is only a 1-year difference, Luka making the playoffs in a loaded Western Conference in only his 2nd season in the league is a major feat. Currently, the Dallas Mavericks are the 7th seed in the Western Conference playoffs. It will be very interesting to see how Luka will be able to perform in the playoffs and handle the pressure of a bigger stage and spotlight, especially considering the fact that he will be facing off against the Los Angeles Clippers. They are one of the top defensive teams in the NBA this season, but despite this, Luka showed up in Game 1 with a record-breaking performance. He set a new NBA record for highest scoring game for a player's first playoff appearance with 42 points, and he added 9 assists and 7 rebounds. For context, LeBron's first game was also an impressive stat line. He finished with a triple-double consisting of 32 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists, per Basketball Reference. Luka performing well enough to be able to even take a series further than 6 games would be very difficult, and quite the accomplishment in itself. However, if Luka could find a way to lead the Mavericks past the Clippers, it would do wonders in propelling himself up in the rankings for the face of the league. Although it is his first time in the playoffs, it could do a lot to sway the way that he is remembered, or the way that NBA fans look at him until his next appearance. If he is clamped up by the Clippers or does not perform to the level that is expected of him, he could end up spending the next season or 2 trying to recover an early image of being a choker, despite making the playoffs on a team that would clearly be an early lottery team without him. Luka is doing things that we have never seen before. A big thing that could solidify Luka as the face of the league after LeBron retires is that Luka is doing things that we have never seen before for someone at his age. He is showing that he has already been a professional for years now and is putting up unbelievable stat lines. Currently, he is standing at 3rd in ESPN's season leader ranks, which would mean that he would finish 3rd in MVP voting at only the age of 20. Along with this, he has been one of the best scorers in the league this season. In the 2019-2020 season, Luka has averaged 29.1 points per game. This is good for 6th in the league. However, when taking out players who are not in the playoffs, he shoots up to the 4th best scorer in the league. Along with this, Luka has put up some of the most incredible stat lines of the season. Some of his best games this year include the best game of his career, where he recently totaled 36 points, 14 rebounds, and 19 assists in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks, who have the best record in the league. Some other incredible stat lines that Luka has accomplished this season include a 41-point, 11 assist, and 9 rebound game against the Phoenix Suns, a 31-point, 15 assist, and 12 rebound game against the Golden State Warriors, and a 31-point, 11 assist, and 12 rebound game against the Detroit Pistons. There are no signs that Luka will be slowing down anytime soon or anytime before LeBron decides to retire from the league. With Luka being capable of taking over a game and putting together some of the most impressive games of a season, there is no reason as to why he could not be the face of the league once LeBron retires. Would continue the Nike takeover of the NBA. The next reason as to why Luka could be the face of the NBA once LeBron retires is that it would continue the domination that Nike and its athletes have over the NBA. From the time that signature shoes from athletes have been a big thing in the NBA, Nike has had the face of the league signed to them. Beginning with Michael Jordan, continuing on to Nike signing Kobe Bryant after he left Adidas, and finally signing LeBron James fresh out of high school, the face of the league has always been in Nikes. Shortly after entering the league, Luka signed to the Jordan brand, which is owned by Nike. As a result of this, if history once again repeats itself, Luka meets yet another qualification to being one of the faces of the league. With him being signed to Nike and being such a talented young player, it is likely that Nike will market him. And with him also being a player who began overseas, he has the global appeal right off the bat. With the NBA wanting to expand into a much more global game and capture more audiences around the world, it makes sense from a marketing standpoint, along with the caliber of player that Luka is, as to why he could be the face of the league once the King retires. Perfect player for the modern league. The next reason as to why Luka could be the face of the league after LeBron is the fact that Luka is the perfect player for the way that the NBA is trending, and could be the model player for the modern NBA. Luka has shown skill in everything that is needed to be a star in the modern NBA. With the game being smaller and faster than ever at the center position, along with the game becoming positionless, Luka fits all the criteria of thriving in the new look of the league, and is already shown. With him being a 6'7" combo guard who can handle the ball, Luka is what every team is looking for in a point guard of the future. Along with this, while not being the most athletic player the NBA has ever seen, he still gets by on fundamental footwork and finesse moves to be one of the most dangerous offensive players in the league. Additionally, with three-point shots being more and more focused on and dependent on the success of an offense in the modern NBA, Luka once again fits right into the way that the NBA is trending. Luka has shown incredible range, along with being a consistent shooter. This range and elite three-point ability allow him to space the floor, which makes defenses much more often forced to try to guard him one-on-one. With a more spaced offense, he is able to get to the rim with more ease than if he was lacking a three-point game. He is effective when driving and finishing at the basket as well. Lastly, he is a player that knows how to draw contact and exaggerate contact in a way that sends him to the free throw line at one of the highest clips in the league. The only facet of Luka's game that he currently lacks is defense. However, as the league becomes more and more focused on offense and makes defense harder for anyone to play, unless we see a major change in the way the game is played or a way that the rules are made or games are officiated, Luka will be able to pass by on the defensive end of the ball. Shows no signs of delayed progression. The final reason as to why Luka could be the face of the league is that we likely still have not seen him at his best. He has only been in the NBA for 2 seasons, and on top of that, he has been in the pros for almost half a decade. There is a clear spike in talent between the EuroLeague and the NBA. With Luka playing at such an elite level, despite only being in the league for such a short amount of time, it is very likely that he will continue to improve for years to come. By the time that LeBron retires from the league and the NBA is looking for a new face of the league, it is possible that Luka could be the clear best player in the league on one of the best teams in the league. When taking into account the amount of improvement that we have seen from Doncic between his first and second season in the league, there are no signs that he is anywhere near done improving and progressing as a player. In fact, this season, he has a chance to win the Most Improved Player award, despite still being the Rookie of the Year just last year. With this huge spike in performance between a year that many experience a sophomore slump, it could be very scary to see what Luka has in store for the rest of the league. Final thoughts. In conclusion, Luka Doncic has been one of the brightest young stars in the NBA and shows no signs of stopping. As a result of what he has already achieved, what he likely will achieve, along with the marketing potential that he has, it is clear that Luka Doncic has a very good chance of being the face of the NBA once LeBron James retires. Thank you for watching another UpNext Sports video. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Join us next time for more basketball content similar to this.